Welcome back, everybody, to week 6 of the NFL. Gotten through pretty good on the COVID. We did have the New England game last week. Did get kibosh of the COVID. I forewarned you guys in my video that one may get canceled, and it did, or not canceled, but moved on. There's a couple other ones in here. I just learned about today's Thursday. No Thursday night football, guys, because of the Buffalo game was played on Tuesday. It got delayed. It got played. That was one that did get played. But now they're not playing until Monday night, or Monday afternoon, I should say, Monday afternoon our time. So I think it may be another one delayed by COVID. We'll see. I'll touch on it here in a minute. But for week 5 records, we were tied overall, 39-24 after 4 weeks. After 5 weeks here, somebody took the lead. So last week I was 8-6. Somebody was 11-3. So I bet against the Bears. Shouldn't have done that. I bet for the Vikings. Nah, he bet against them. So there's a couple differences right there. So brings a yearly average or yearly total. I'm 47-30. He's 50-37. So not doing too bad. Fantasy guys, Dak Prescott. That was a gruesome. He's out the rest of the year. Let's see what Dalton can do with that offense. Le'Veon Bell got released. My prediction, he's probably going to Miami. I think that probably best use of his abilities down there. I think Kansas City's got enough running backs, as well as some of the other teams they're talking about. My prediction, Le'Veon Bell to Florida, to Miami Dolphins. But we'll see what happens there. I don't know. Don't think any other injuries fantasy league-wise. Probably Thomas is coming back to New Orleans this week. He probably could have came back last week if he wouldn't have had altercation in practice.
I think Le'Veon Bell might go to NFC East. Isn't Washington in that?
Washington,
yeah. Eagles, Cowboys, and can't think of the fourth team, but I think it's going to go to Washington most likely.
Being he's a free agent, though. He's a free agent. He's not getting traded. He's been released. I think he's going to want to go to a winning team, and that's not a division that I think you want to go to win a title in. So, just saying. So, if you guys haven't caught us before, the Crazy Sasquatch football show. We do our weekly picks. We do some fantasy league picks. So we've got our own helmets, guys. Look at us. So we'll get started. We kind of talked a little bit of fantasy and this and that, but we'll get going on week 6 picks. No Thursday night game. Like I said, because of Buffalo and them already played on Tuesday, so they got moved to Monday. Houston at Tennessee. Tennessee really impressed me what they did against Buffalo. Houston, new coach, or interim coach, did pretty well. They won. A lot of passing. I still don't think they have the team to compete with Tennessee. Tennessee's passing game was there. Brown's back. Was catching a lot of passes. Derrick Henry's going to run. So I am giving Tennessee. I'm not using blue, guys. Blue's going to. I'll use pink. Why not? I'm giving Tennessee the win.
Last week, Tennessee, they had a lot of COVID cases. They still beat the Bills that were 4-0 at the time. Houston, better with their new coaching staff, won their first game. Tennessee has outperformed what I predicted. I think I predicted the Bills winning this. Bills versus Titans. But now it's at Titans, and I think they'll definitely beat Houston. Even though Houston did improve with their new coaching, I just think Tennessee is better than I expected, and they're going to win this game.
All right, game 2 for Sunday. Cincinnati Bengals at the Colts. The Colts got beaten by the Browns last week. Rivers didn't look the greatest. Cincinnati don't have the defense the Browns do. Rookie quarterback. Indy's defense looks pretty good. I think Philip Rivers is going to keep his job for a while. I don't see him losing, even though he didn't look the greatest last week. Bengals are actually starting to look pretty good, but against that Indianapolis' defense, and the Browns, I think, scored the most against Indy all year. I don't see that happening with this game, so I'm giving Indy the win on this one.
Last week, Indy went against Cincinnati. They had a lot of COVID cases. They still beat the Bills 4-0 at the time. Houston, better with their new coaching staff, won their first game. Tennessee has outperformed what I predicted. I think the Bills winning this. Tennessee is better than I expected, and they're going to win this game.
All right, game 2 for Sunday. Cleveland.
Which overall is a very good team. Indy, but a good team, good defense. Philip Rivers inconsistent, but against the Cincinnati, even easy defense. Their defensive line with Atkins, that's gonna stop maybe some of the runs, but in total, I think Indy's gonna probably win about by 10, 13 points. But I think Indy will win.
All right, next game. This is one I wanted to touch on. Atlanta, being Thursday. I know of at least 3 COVID cases. I guess there's another one reported today already again. So that's 4 COVID cases for the Atlanta Falcons team. Being Thursday, I got a couple days till this game gets played. If it does,
A new coach.
This game may get pushed back to Monday or Tuesday, or it may get delayed. Pay attention. Pay attention to this game. If you got fantasy league players, neither one of these teams got the greatest defenses. You're going to put up all kinds of fantasy league points with wide receivers, running backs. There's somebody that's hurt. Minnesota's running back.
Cook.
Devion Cook. Jesus. Cook is out this week. So if they do play the Minnesota game, Cook is out. Do not play him. With 4 cases on Thursday, tomorrow, which is Friday, is going to be a dictating day of if they play this game. Like I said, it's going to be a high-scoring affair. If you have fantasy league players, you'd want them in this game. But if it gets delayed or canceled, it's going to be. You get up Sunday morning before you set your lineups, or just see if this game's going to happen Sunday. If they do play without Cook, they still got a decent running game. Atlanta, I think they got to prove something here. They're gonna. If Matt Ryan can't do it, I've heard rumors already trading him away. I don't think they're going to be that desperate yet. Matt Ryan, Gurley, who they have with wide receivers. I don't know if Julio Jones is coming back yet this game or not. I've not read his update. I think Atlanta could beat Minnesota at Minnesota, especially with down their number 1 player. And this could be a shootout. If this game gets played, it's got to be a shootout. I give the slight edge to Atlanta if they play. Keep a very close eye on this game. And I can't talk. See which players. If they have COVID, if 4 players, I don't know who's had COVID. If it is players, and you have a star player that's out with COVID, like say Cam Newton was for the Patriots for a couple weeks, that could dictate the change of this game. If you got a number 1 player that's got COVID and he's done, even though if they play the game, you might not have your start number 1 player. I don't know who's got it. I said, be aware of this game.
Are the Vikings 1-4?
Yeah.
Minnesota, they're getting better. At the very start of the year, they looked like a team which I thought they were going to be a bad team, below average team. Everyone was like yelling at me and arguing with me about that, but they were lower than my expectations. They were worse than I thought. Now they're slowly better than I thought going into this game when we did our predictions for the year. Their backup running back, even if Cook plays, if he doesn't play, which I think he will be, as last week he was still on the sidelines waiting to play. But even if he's gone, their backup running back looked good, above average running back. Atlanta, COVID cases, new head coaching at Minnesota. I think Minnesota is going to win this one.
Wow, that's the first time I've saw him choose Minnesota all year.
So far I'm 4-1 against them.
So, Denver at New England. New England, guys. Cam Newton supposedly is coming back. I believe he practiced today, which is Thursday. Denver, I think they're just still going to be without their starting quarterback, Locke. I don't know what's going to happen with what's the starting running back team? They just drew a blank. Gordon? No. Denver's running.
Linsley's one of them.
No, the other one, Gordon. Anyway, Gordon got stopped. I believe his name. Denver's number 1 running back. Sorry, guys. Melvin Gordon. DUI, got caught speeding and drunk. I don't know how Denver's going to handle that. I don't know how the NFL is going to handle that. Lindsey's probably coming back pretty quickly, if not coming back this game. Melvin Gordon may or may not be in this game. Even if he is, with Cam Newton back in New England, Gilbert's off the COVID list too, off also for New England. So their defense is coming back. Their offense is coming back. I'm giving New England a win on this one.
At New England, backup quarterbacks, they're benching one, starting another, and then like repeat that. With Cam Newton in, they're gonna get a lot more touchdowns. Denver, they've looked way worse than I predicted. I predicted them 10-6, the same as the Raiders, but Raiders look way better. Well, they look slightly better than I thought. I didn't expect them to beat New Orleans, but Denver, they're very. They were probably lower in my expectations. Not as much as Minnesota, but they were way lower than my expectations, way worse than I thought. New England, better than I thought. That's one of the teams I got wrong. I predicted them a lot of opted out people. They're going to lose a lot of games. They actually won a lot of games. Came close to the top offense. I think it's the top offense in Seattle, at least the number one quarterback in the league. With Cam Newton, I think they're going to win this.
Washington at the Giants. Washington, Haskins on the bench. Your other starter got hurt. Here comes Alex Smith in, did okay. I still think Alex Smith can probably be second. I think they're going to go back to the other quarterback, but I just don't think Washington has, everything together right now. Giants, they're not the greatest either, but Freeman's doing pretty good with them, the running back. So he's getting to know the playbook. They got three very good wide receivers, Golden Tate, some of the other guys they got on the team, very good tight end. Giants don't have a bad defense either, so I'm giving Giants this game. I just think they're a better overall unit.
I think they've allowed like one of the most passing offenses on their defense.
Yeah, but you're not gonna be.
Washington, not really a standout running back. Alex Smith is playing. Last week he played.
Half a game.
Which team? I know it was like a decent team or a good team.
I want to see the Rams, but I'm not sure.
Rams, I think, but he got sacked a lot of times against the Giants. Giants defense, I think they're one of the worst in the league. I may be wrong about that, or when they're facing Pittsburgh or one of the teams last week, they were like showing the stats of defense and offense, and it was either the Giants. Yeah, I think it had the Giants with the worst, one of the worst passing offenses. I may be wrong about that, but Washington with Smith as their quarterback. Alex Smith, he's probably going to get more passing yards, more passing touchdowns, less sacks than their defense. Giants' defense is worse than Rams, but I still think Giants will win this with Jones, Tate, and Freeman.
Baltimore at Philly. Kind of an easy pick here, guys. Baltimore's doing really good. Running game, passing game. I don't know if Philly can do much do with this. Do much with this game. I know it's at home, but I think Baltimore's just got the overall better team here. Philly's going to score some. I think they got, they got some weapons. Miles Sanders here and there, but I just don't. Philly don't have the caliber of a team to compete with Baltimore right now.
I thought Philadelphia would win their division, but their division isn't doing good right now. Philadelphia underperformed what I even thought. I think I had them 11 wins or 10 wins. But the way they're looking like that, they're going to make the playoff wild card if they somehow come back and win out the rest of their games, because anyone can win in the NFC East right now, because their division is just, right how they're playing right now is just like a horrible division. Baltimore, probably one of the best with Pittsburgh.
Cleveland at Pittsburgh. Cleveland looked pretty good against a Colts top-ranked defense. Guess who's got another top-ranked defense? Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's got a little better offense, though. Roethlisberger's back. Connor's back. I believe Juju Smith-Schuster's playing. Their tight end Ingram is healthy. Ingram. Ebron is healthy. I think Pittsburgh's got the better offense, even though Cleveland's got a pretty good running game. Yeah, he lost Chubb. I think he's still got the good running game. Yeah, you got Beckham. I think Pittsburgh at home with that defense is a little better team. You got a huge rivalry here. These two teams don't like each other. I give Pittsburgh just a slight upper hand on this one. I see Baker Mayfield getting sacked multiple times.
Cleveland going against Indy. I think Pittsburgh's defense probably around the same difficulty as the Colts defense. Offense, I think Pittsburgh's offense is better overall in almost every single category, as wide receivers, tight ends, running backs, wide receivers. So their offense is very good compared to Colts offense, especially since the quarterbacks are Roethlisberger versus Rivers, inconsistent versus very good elite quarterback. And I think Pittsburgh will win this. Cleveland, I think it's probably going to be a high-scoring game. But probably a last-second field goal tied, last-second field goal win by Pittsburgh. I think it's going to be a very high-scoring, close game.
Chicago Bears at the Carolina Panthers. I doubted the Bears against Tom Brady and his Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I should not have done that. They did. Bears pulled that one off by 1 point. Carolina's not Tampa Bay. Granted, Bridgewater's decent. McCaffrey's not back yet. Chicago is coming together with Foles under the helm. He looked pretty bad the first half. Then he came together the second half. Kind of worried me that maybe he's not their quarterback.
They did face the top two defenses. Well, two very good defenses in a row.
I wish the Bears had a little better, more imaginative play calling instead of just run pass. Have some little bit different play calling in here and there to make things change it up. Get the running game going a little bit. But saying that, Bears defense is coming together. They stopped Tom Brady. They're looking good. They're coming together as a nice unit. I think everybody's getting healthy. Chicago.
Carolina, the running back, Chris McCaffrey, is I think out for another 3 to 4 weeks. Davis, he's facing his former team in the Bears, which he was on for probably half to 1/4 of a year. Teddy Bridgewater, worse than I thought. Their defense, worse than I thought. Bears defense, I think they're first in the red zone and maybe second and third downs or something along those lines. They're just very good at defense overall. Even though I think in my opinion, the way they look is worse than last year, passing and running, but their stats are different. But going against Mike Davis, they'll probably have some advantage because he was on their team, but maybe not. But stopping the run, I think they could do that. Stopping Teddy Bridgewater, just don't make him do the dink and dunk passes. But I think Chicago, Foles going against some rookies. I think it's going to go like last week, except less interceptions because less pressure from the defensive line. More rushing yards because Bears last 2 weeks faced very good rushing defenses. So Carolina, I don't think they're one of the best rushing defenses, so I think they'll mix up the run and pass and get a lot of points this game.
Detroit at Jacksonville. Get your fantasy league players in on this one. It's going to be a high-scoring shootout, I believe. Stafford, a couple decent wide receivers on this team, along with Peterson. Swift is at running backs. Jacksonville's got Minshew. They got a really good running back there. I don't know if Shark is going to play for Carolina. I know he got dinged up in the last game after missing him. They still got Cole. They got some decent wide receivers. Neither team's got the greatest defense. I think Detroit's got a little more of a veteran quarterback with the veteran wide receivers. If they both play, I'm giving Detroit a slight edge. This is going to be a shoot-'em-out, guys. If you got fantasy players that want points, this is going to be a shoot-'em-out game.
Detroit at Jacksonville. Jacksonville better than I expected. Detroit pretty much the same, but Detroit, I did not expect them to beat Arizona. But Detroit, this is where in the year they start going down. Right now they're probably staying the same as start of the year or some way close, but as soon as they pass this week, they're going to go down like every single year. But this game, even though it's at Jacksonville, I do think Detroit will win. Matthew Stafford, I think he get a few passes, a few touchdowns. Adrian Peterson, Galladay. I think they'll all have a big game. Same with the opposite side.
Jets at Miami. Even if Miami signs Le'Veon Bell, he probably won't play this week. You got to learn the offense a little bit. Miami's running game. You got one good running back, and some of the other ones just haven't panned out. Howard and some of the other guys just haven't panned out. Saying that, Miami, you got a heck of a passing game. Not a whole lot of defense. Better than I thought, but Jets, I think you're going to be without your starting quarterback. So you're back up to, Darnold's not playing. I think Darnold's got another week off. Jets is running backs. I'm trying to think. Le'Veon Bell's gone, so who are you relying on running game?
Gore or something.
I don't know. You got some rookies. Rookies are, Gore at 40-something years old. I just think Miami's got the better talent right now, and Jets are kind of in flux.
Jets at Miami. Jets. I didn't know this, but Darnold's out for another week. Miami, they played beyond my expectations this year. Tua's probably sitting on the bench just like, when can I play? But I think they'll probably have an easy win here. Jets, they haven't looked good to any extent this year. Miami, better than I expected, better than everyone expected, but I think they will win this game pretty easily.
Green Bay at Tampa Bay. Here's going to be a fun game to watch. Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers. Tom Brady's pretty PO'd that he lost to the Bears last week. You can see that when he left the field. I thought it was 4 downs. Well, sorry guys. It was 4 downs, not 3. So turnover on downs is what it was. Brady, they're going to have to win this one, guys. New Orleans pulled out their victory last week. If Tom Brady loses another, they're going to be a couple games back in this division. I don't know if Tom Brady's going to have both of his main wide receivers back this game. I've not heard on injury reports on the wide receivers for Tampa Bay.
I think Thomas is out.
Thomas may be out. Tampa Bay's running game looked pretty good. They're running against the Bears, which you can run against the Bears. Thing is, you can run even better against Packers. Packers are giving up a lot of runs. Tom Brady could pick them apart. Saying that, Aaron Rodgers, they just came off a bye week. They've had a week of rest. They got a heck of a running game.
Wait, did you mean Evans?
Or Evans, yeah, Evans. Talking about wide receivers, Adams, I believe, will be back. So you got Aaron Rodgers, his top wide receiver, back. Good running game. Aaron Jones. Tampa Bay, good running game. I don't know where the wide receivers are at. This could be a close one, guys. I can't see Tom Brady wanting to lose another, or not wanting to lose one, but letting another one slip through his fingers. I think Tom Brady's going to do what he has to do to try to pull this one off. Can Aaron Rodgers manage the clock enough, and with the running game, this and that could slow him down? I don't know. This is going to be a fun game to watch. It's going to be more high scoring than the Bears game. Wow.
I think it's a pretty easy choice in my opinion.
I'm giving Tampa Bay the win, but because they're at home, and I think Tom Brady is going to be hungry to win this one. Packers are unbeaten, so it may be the first time they fall. But I think it's a must win for Tom Brady, I think he knows that.
I think the Packers need to thank the Bears for taking out one of the best defensive players on Tampa Bay's defensive line.
Oh, yeah.
Because Green Bay, their running game is helping their passing game. I think they're overall top in every single list, or passing, rushing, touchdowns, or they're top on everything in offense. Against Tampa Bay with rookie corners, rookie defensive backs, out one of their best defensive linemen. Green Bay, I see this winning pretty easily, even though Packers are not good at other homes. I'm pretty sure one year they're no wins against away teams, but I think Green Bay will win this and continue the streak.
Rams at San Francisco. Garoppolo got pulled because his leg or ankle, high ankle sprain, was still hindering his passing. He was overthrowing players. That's not good. I don't know if Mozart's coming back yet for San Fran. You got so many weapons. You got Kittle back. You got a decent team, but you lost some defensive guys for the year in Bosa. Rams, their running game's coming together. They're getting guys healthy. Their passing game's looking pretty good, defensive wise. Yeah, they looked good against the Washington Redskins last week, but can they do it against San Fran? Garoppolo's the question mark on this one. Is Garoppolo going to be himself, or is he going to be worried about getting hit and hurting his ankle? Will they go to a second-string quarterback like they did last week? Rams is healthy. On most days, I would give this to San Francisco. I think they got the defense and the offense to do it, but a wounded Garoppolo against a healthy Aaron Donald, that kind of worries me, guys. I'm giving this to the Rams.
If it was last year, I would give the win to San Francisco every single time. Like, I see that, but Rams looked good against Washington. San Francisco looked horrible against the Dolphins. I think it's going to continue this week. I think Sherman's still on IR. I think it's Sherman. But I think the Rams will win this one. I just think they have a better defense, better offense, and I think they're going to score more points.
So the next couple games are kind of intriguing. First one, Kansas City at Buffalo. Kansas City got beat last week by the Raiders. How to get beat? By the deep pass. Buffalo, what can they do with Diggs? The deep pass.
That's Bills.
Or Bills, sorry.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, Buffalo Bills.
Oh, I thought I confused them with Tennessee again. I confused Dallas and I confused the Cowboys and Rams and Tennessee and the Titans and Bills. I don't know why.
So anyway, Kansas City, they got burnt with the deep pass. Buffalo Bills with Diggs can deep pass it. Beasley looked pretty good for Buffalo. I think Singletary can run or catch as running back. Josh Allen, I think he had a bad week last week against Tennessee, which was a pretty good defense, a pretty good team there in Tennessee. Kansas City's defense, to me, is not what Tennessee has. I think their defense is a little lacking. It showed last week at Oakland. Granted, Oakland didn't run a heck of a lot. I think Josh Jacobs did score a couple of touchdowns, but he only had about 60, 70 yards rushing.
He only had one touchdown.
One touchdown. I can see Singletary getting a touchdown, probably maybe a receiving one. I think they're going to pass, deep bomb it to Diggs, and short passes up, to Beasley and the tight ends. Kansas City's got a lot of weapons. The rookie running back's looking really good. They got Kelsey. I believe Watkins is going to be out for a couple weeks, but they still got who's the other wide receiver?
Kansas City.
Yeah. Well, Speedy gets
Hill?
up. Yeah, Hill. Sorry, guys. So this could be an interesting game. Bills, to me, has got a better defense than Kansas City. Both got pretty dang good offenses if they're hitting on all cylinders. They always say a very good defense can beat a very good offense. So, saying that, I'm giving Buffalo Bills at home the win on this one in another shoot 'em out. Get your fantasy league players in here. Mahomes, Josh Allen. These guys are going to put up some numbers in this game. Your wide receivers, running backs, get them in if you got them.
Buffalo were just bad against Titans. I said Bills would have won, but they didn't. They just look bad overall. But this time, they're not going against a very good defense. They're going actually against a pretty bad defense, in my opinion. Comparing the offenses, I think Buffalo, they do have better receivers, quarterbacks, Chiefs, running backs. Probably Buffalo. That could go either way, though. Tight ends, probably Kelsey, but They're playing them. These two games are very close. I just hope Buffalo's going to win, but I hope that they throw to Diggs 50 times because I only have one quarterback starting and Wilson is out.
All right, the next game I said was going to be interesting is Arizona at Dallas. Another couple teams that don't have very good defenses. You lost Dak. You got Dalton. Dalton's a proven veteran. He showed it at the end of the game against Dallas. Hit a couple deep passes to the wide receivers and won the game. Arizona with Murray got some decent wide receivers. Both got pretty dang good running games. Here you got Zeke Elliott. Here you got a couple different running backs that can run the ball. What worries me here is Dallas's offensive line. I don't know if they can protect, that well to stop Arizona's defense. Arizona, to me, don't have the greatest defense. So, if that offensive line can hold it, high-scoring affair. They're going to have to cut Dalton loose. So he's going to have to throw some deep passes, which he showed last week he can do. But for Dallas to keep up with Arizona, I know Dallas is going to want to slow the game down and run the ball. They may have to cut it loose and pass some deep balls to beat this offense. You got a veteran quarterback that's been with the team for 6 weeks. Second-year quarterback here in Murray that can run, a mobile quarterback that can run it in for a touchdown. This is going to be very interesting to me. High scoring, get your players in. If you got Murray, Dalton, Ezekiel Elliott, any of the top 3 wide receivers here, even the tight end Schultz, the wide receivers here, it's going to be a high scoring affair. Not very good defenses. The last one to score is going to win. I got a funny feeling Dallas is going to pull this one off. I just got a funny feeling that Dallas is going to pull this one off.
Well, I think Dallas is going to win, even with Dalton. Something's telling me I should pick Arizona, but I don't know. I think you can go either way. Dallas, even with Dalton, they still scored, I think, 2 touchdowns after he went in. But Arizona, their offense is super good. With Hopkins, with Fitzgerald, with Murray. Dallas, they have a better defense. Arizona's slightly better offense, but defenses win championships, so they really don't have any defenses, but Dallas is a better one.
Okay, guys, the bye weeks. Got the Raiders on the bye. Got the Saints on the bye. Got the Chargers and the Seahawks all on bye weeks. And like I said before, 4 cases of COVID. Watch the Atlanta game. You may have one pushback or bye. Watch your players on this team. I said no Thursday night game this week. Kind of a bummer, guys. I usually like watching Thursday night games, sit back and relax. But this week, right now, it's going to be on Sunday and a couple games on Monday. Remember, 2 games on Monday. You get the early game. I think it's 4 o'clock Central Time, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and then you get the Arizona game. A normal 7:30, 8:30 timeline.
This week I'm going to go 1-5 in fantasy league because I have Raiders running back, Seattle's quarterback, New Orleans Smith. I don't have anyone from the Rams, but I have a lot of good players gone this week, and I have no backup quarterback. So
you got Minshew. He's got the Minshew.
If I traded you Marquez Brown for him.
He's got a quarterback though. He's got a quarterback, just no backup quarterback. So
yeah, I have Trubisky, Haskins, Wilson, and Minshew.
Minshew magic, you never know. And I got Josh Allen, so he kind of plopped on me last week, but
same with Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I had Matt Ryan. He's gone. I traded him. I didn't trade him. I dropped him and picked up somebody else.
Ooh.
Aaron Rodgers. They're both the same values. I now have Aaron Rodgers as my backup, and Josh Allen instead of Matt Ryan. There's too many times I got burnt. So I pulled the trigger, and so that's week 6, guys. Said Sunday games, Monday games, two Monday nighters, and we could have one delayed or pushed back to Monday or Tuesday again. Who knows? We'll see what how many more players are affected. So until next week, guys. Good luck in your fantasy leagues. Good luck in picking. Hopefully help. I said this is non-scripted. We just kind of go with the flow of things and sit out here and say what we heard for the last couple of days with COVID, with players getting released, traded. And like I said, we don't edit this. We just have fun doing it. We enjoy football, and hopefully you guys do too, and enjoy our little show. Hopefully give you guys some tips and who to put in, who not to put in, and so we're not bad. 50-27, he's doing pretty good.
If I get 4 more wins, I have 2-to-1 ratio.
Yeah, so player-wise, I said a lot of players are coming back. There's a few more getting injured, so it's just one of those years, guys. Players are getting hurt. Have some good backups. When a good player comes back, like some Mccaffrey comes back, there's going to be some guys losing their value on that running back team. So beware of trade bait, guys. You got somebody hurt and he's coming back and he's their starter. The guy you had playing the last couple weeks, is going to get pushed back to the second spot again. Maybe a good time to get rid of him when you while he's got some value, get some value out of him before your main star comes back. So until next week, the Crazy Sasquatch Show, out of here.